Hi, I'm Ben. Welcome to today's Whoa. Alright, we're starting. Salutations everybody, Benjamin Brandon here, back with another vertical video tutorial. Yes, if you're new here, this channel is all about the rising art form known as vertical video or #vert. P.S. Vert is a community of awesome filmmakers / video rebels, my friends. We hang out and talk in a Facebook group, which obviously you're able to join and hang out with us if you will. There's a link below if that's something you're into, whatever. With that said, let's get into today's tutorial, shall we? Just one more sip of coffee real quick. Yes. So today's tutorial is all about, well, your feedback, what you want to learn. Last October, when I was attending Vid Summit in LA, I held an influencer meetup. The way I promoted that was through Instagram stories with this effect or that effect that you saw earlier. And oh man, did I get blown up on DMs on how I did that. So as always, you be asking and I'll be telling. Let's get into the tutorial. Did I even say that right? Let's get into the tutorial. Let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so first and foremost, my workflow is entirely on the Apple ecosystem with a Mac, with Final Cut Pro, with AirDrop, and with an iPhone. Just keep that in mind. However, you can do everything that I'm doing, whether you're using Premiere or an Android device. There's ways to get to where I'm getting, so just okay. Okay, first things first, let's bring in the iPhone. Step one, you go to Instagram. Go to your stories, hit the plus sign in your stories as if you're creating a story. Now take a picture of anything, whatever. I'll take a picture of my keyboard. Boom, there we go. Next, what you're gonna wanna do is go to the color tool up on the top right. That's the little pen line thing. Make sure you have the first pen marker thing selected, which is the first one right there. And then choose a color for your background. So as you saw there, that was a black background. I'll just stick to that. Here's black. And now what you do is this little hack. Tap and hold your screen for 2 seconds. 1,000, 2,000, boop, and it goes black. I know, crazy, right? This right here is a hack that I read on a Later blog. Later is a CMS or just an app that manages Instagram and Facebook. They have an amazing blog. I would check it out. If I can find the link to all these hacks, I'll link it below. Don't quote me on that. So now I got the color background that I want. Now when you're at this point, this is when you want to turn on your screen recorder of some kind. An iPhone has an awesome screen recorder here. I use this thing so much for just these things and whatnot that I put it in my control panel as a shortcut in my phone, as you can see right there. So it's just easy access, so I just get going. So here's what I'll do. Swipe, boom, now it's recording. And at this point, this is when you're gonna want to animate your text. So how do you do that? Well, you just start typing. Now, if you do mess up, don't worry, just erase and go back. You're gonna fix all this in editing. Now that I'm recorded, I'm gonna go ahead and hit done. Now you go ahead and choose your text. So whatever text you like, I like strong, so I'll just leave it at strong. And this is where you start typing your animated text. So I'll write something later for an Instagram story when I tell you this video is out. So let's do that. Hey, if you want to learn how to do this, yes, this. And then what I like to do is kind of delete, and it gives a really cool effect. And I'll show you what that does in a minute. Boom, so that's my first scene, let's call it. And then do an emoji, yay. And that's it, so I got my animated text there. I'll go ahead and hit done just so it's there. Now don't post the story or you're totally not done yet. You're just using this Instagram hack for something cooler, which are, you already know what you're, yes. But at this point you can then just stop your recording. Now what you're gonna wanna do is take that recording and airdrop it to your Mac. Select your videos and then you'll airdrop it to your Mac. There's my Mac, boop. Let's wait for a minute. How's the day going? Mine? Good. I got coffee, teaching you guys, you know. Oh, it's done, okay. And then you'll see you get a notification that it is transferred. So what you do then is just go into your downloads folder and drag them into your event in Final Cut, just like that. Okay, this is where it gets good. Pulling up my sleeves because continuity shot. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is create a new project or a sequence or a timeline, whatever it is. You're gonna wanna make sure you go to custom, change your resolution to 1080 by 1920. And there we go. Now what you wanna do before anything else, before you start chopping it up, you wanna go ahead and go to your crop option next. There we go. And find a piece of the video in which you're typing. It's also good to have audio so you can look at the waveform so you can see when you actually are doing something. So I'll just leave it here on the timeline. I will go crop and I will drag down the Instagram stuff to hide it. Something like that. And then make sure I'm just wide enough to where I get all of the text. And let's see if that, yep, I got all the text. Cool. So once you hit done, boom, That is all cropped out. That is the essence of the effect. Now what you can do to enhance it even further are the following. For me to make it a little bit more tasty, a little bit more cool looking, I like to speed it up maybe 400 times or 800 times the amount. So to do that, it's very simple. Just go ahead and click on the video, go to the timing tool here, and then you will go fast, 800, and let it render for a minute and then play it back and see what it looks like. So a good thing for you to do so people can actually read like the entire text after it's animated is use this little trick here. What you will do is hold shift on your computer. What else would you hold it on? Before you hit shift, make sure your timeline is on the marker in which you want this to pause. So hold shift, hit H, and then it holds. It gives you a hold effect. That's what that red is here. Let me enlarge this video clip a little bit. There we go. And now it just holds, so it pauses there. That's what the hold effect does. So now you can just drag left or right depending on how long you want this hold. Boom, 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 link in bio. Happy face, I'll hold again. There we go, just like that. And then I'll cut from the hold. The quick way to do that is Command B on the timeline right there. Delete that, and I'll pop in some cool like transition afterwards just so it's like even more of a, oh my goodness, whoa, you're so good, amazing, bah. I think I'm done with this. I'm all about the glitch transitions, so let's just do that. And then, whoop, there you go. That was pretty cool. So that's one piece of flair you can do is just making sure you hold it and then put a cool transition, either at the beginning, end, or both. Now, the other thing I do, and the other thing that I recommend you doing pretty much for any of your videos, sound effects. If you're not using sound effects, like OMG, use sound effects. Sound effects are life. So what I just imported in that you now see here in the event is an iPhone sound effect text. An iPhone text sound effect. What? Maybe I do need this. So what I will do here is just take a snippet of it, hit I for your input and then O for your output, and then that gives you just a little portion of that sound effect. P.S. I recorded this myself with my own iPhone and stuff like that, so I will totally provide this for you, a free sound effect download of an iPhone text. It's free, just FYI, download it, it's yours. And the last part with the sound effect is you want to match it up with the actual text. So normally what you need to do is actually duplicate the sound effect a few times and then speed it up. I'm here waiting for the hey, boom, there's the first letter, so I'll hit M to create a marker, which kind of just snaps right in there, which is pretty cool. And then you get an effect like this. And then you just drag the sound effect back into your timeline and then just rinse and repeat. You can also duplicate it multiple times because you're probably gonna need to do it in sections. You can go ahead and just hold Option and then click and drag, and then that will create another one. I'll then just scan the timeline to find the next set of typing. Boom, there it is. And then right before it, just one frame before it, I'll go ahead and Command B, delete that. Boom, and then just seamlessly goes right in, right? Pretty cool. So let's match up my iPhone text. I will go ahead and Option drag to continue that. Let me just extend it a little bit and see what that sounds like. There you go, cool. And then there you go, that's it. For the sake of time, I'm just gonna use this portion of that video, delete the rest, get my cool sound effect. I will then pop in a cool glitch sound effect because you can't go wrong with sound effects, I'm telling you. And then there you go. After that, let's go ahead and go to File, go to Share. You can select Apple devices 4K. I'm not shooting 4K. This is a screen recording, right? I understand this. However, the compression and the bitrate that comes with this preset of Apple devices 4K is phenomenal. This is what you use. So I'll just go here and go to Settings is your next one. And then make sure you choose Better Quality first, and then go to your resolution and make sure you select your 1080 by 1920. Now that I'm done, I'll go to Next, find a place in which I will save said thing. Whatever, let's just do it on the desktop. It's done, it pops right up, which is cool. Then you go to your Finder. There I am right there. And then here's a cool, I guess, I don't know, it's a pro hack, but it's just a faster way of doing it. Click this little QuickTime icon and then boop, you can pop it right there and then you will see just like that. And then boom, now that AirDrop has put that video into your Photos app, you'll go to Instagram, you'll hit your story, and then there is your video right away. Boop, 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 boop. And there you go, done. You can just drop it like it's hot or expensive. Just some more tutorials like this or about Vert or IGTV are on the way. So if you're new here, I would totally consider subscribing. It would mean so much. Subscribing is just my way of knowing that I'm providing you value, you know, one friend to another. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. If this video provided you any value, do me a favor, here it comes, and smash that like button. Just get after it. And oh, don't you sleep on it. If you're trying to dominate IGTV in 2019, totally sign up for the IGTV Masterclass. It's a super cheap online course that divulges all of my secrets on how I've gained success on IGTV, plus a lot of other stuff. So if you want to be friends there as well, boom, link below. And I, my beautiful Vert friends, will see you on the next one. Whoa, you're back again, huh? This is getting creepy. Okay, stop. Peace.